We have the Tyra and Vanburen case. Is everyone present? Morning, folks. Case number is D519168. Counsel, please confirm appearance.
Member of the Planner Finance, District 461, claims present.
Good morning, Your Honor. Michael Balaban, bar number 4436, appearing on behalf of the defendant, Danielle, who's present.
Parties have a seat.
All right. We had a complaint for custody filed in August. Answering counterclaims September. We had a hearing on October 21st and made temporary orders. Made a referral to mediation. The December 8, 2015 letter states that mediation services were concluded and an agreement was not reached. Has anything changed?
No.
All right. Then we need an evidentiary hearing or trial to resolve the custody issues. Other than the parties, are there any witnesses who you need to identify?
Yes, Your Honor. There's approximately 6 witnesses that we don't have on the witness list that we expect to send out probably next week or next 10 days.
Mr. Balaban, do you have a similar?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Then are there any documents that have not been already exchanged? This case was filed 4 months ago. Are there any documents that need to be exchanged that might be offered as evidence in this case?
There may be some documents, yes, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor, and I believe I agreed with Mike that he had another couple of weeks to answer the discovery propounded.
Well, I'd like to set it for a time certain for trial. I can give you the balance of December and January for to complete the discovery. Is that workable?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, sir.
Is there any day of the week, Thursday or Friday, better than another for your folks?
Friday would be good, Your Honor.
Fridays
All
is
right.
ideal for me.
Friday would be a 3 or 4 hour setting only, and so you may have to pick your best witnesses. The parties are the essential witnesses. If we have short fact witnesses, we can do that, but the concept of notice is that you should describe anyone with their contact information who you might call, with the understanding you're probably not going to call everybody that you identify. It wouldn't be fair to have a witness testify that you never heard of at the hearing. Also,
you can get out on Thursday.
What?
So it allows.
Well, I mean, we could do Thursday or Friday, but the we need a deadline for the voluntary disclosures that's reasonable, so that there's enough time for the objections as to authenticity or admission, so that it'll make it easier for you to prepare. My first choice would be the Thursday the 28th or Friday the 29th of January. That'd be about 6 weeks from now.
For the deadline?
No, for the evidentiary hearing. We'll work back after that. Are you worried that's too soon? Well, the case isn't that old. I could do February. I'd rather not jump over January, but we could do Thursday the 4th, Friday the 12th of February. You want to do Friday the 12th of February?
That's fine with me, Your Honor, Mike.
That'd
Yes.
be 2 months from now. All right, I want a witness list with their contact information filed by Monday the 28th of December. That's about 10 days from now. It can be supplemented. Discovery isn't closed. Any documents that support claims and defenses that are in your possession should be exchanged. I would suggest to be exchanged by Monday, January 4th. Now, if you come into possession of documents during discovery afterwards, it's not a big deal, okay, because discovery is open. But I want at least 15 days to run, and then I want you to have the documents for 6 weeks or so to follow up and do anything that would be necessary. Discovery cutoff would be the 16th of February. So discovery cutoff 16th of February, which is about 8 days before the evidentiary hearing. Voluntary disclosures of witnesses who might testify will be Monday the 28th of December, and the voluntary disclosure of documents in possession supporting claims and defenses would be January 4th. You can do any discovery you want up until the time of the cutoff, and that would allow you, Mr. Root, to deal with all your stipulations related to the written discovery that's pending, okay? Now, if something weird comes up that was unforeseen today, that threatens this hearing, let me know as soon as possible so that we can reschedule. It's not a problem in the next month or so if we have to adjust the date, but as we get closer, it'll be more difficult, okay? So my office will send out an order. I appreciate you guys attempting to mediate. These are hard cases to mediate under the circumstances in this case. And the court accepts that we need a trial in order to resolve the matter. Any questions?
Yes, sir, on Christmas, she got Christmas last year, so he would propose, he's available 24 December to 4 January.
Well, we have a rotation right now, right?
Well, I don't think there's a current order on file.
We have, I have the
Do we have
October
that?
21st order right here. Did she concede that she had Christmas last year? Christmas falls on a
Of course, Your Honor,
Friday.
He didn't have any contact prior to this court issuing any orders, so she's
All right.
had Christmas
So
every year.
you would like to have some order that is a bridge over the holidays, over the weekly school schedule, right?
Yes, Your Honor, and we would ask that his mother be allowed to pick up the child for him because it's a 6.5-hour trip from California and his mother is available, and we would ask his mother be his agent so she get the child, let's say at 3 o'clock whatever day for Christmas or for any visitation, and he would pick up the child from Justin from his mother.
The contact that we had at the end of October, is that the last visit he had?
Well, Your Honor,
When was the last visit?
he's had, his last visit was supposed to be December 4th, the 2 weeks before that he picked up the child, everything went fine. On December 4th, she simply said, no, you're not getting the child. And I filed some supplemental exhibits for that, and a letter to opposing counsel saying we want compensatory time.
All right. The unfortunate situation is that I have no idea what the parties talked about as far as holidays and vacations, since they essentially impassed and they didn't even do a partial parenting agreement. What is the amount of time Dad has had since this case was heard on October?
Well,
He's had every
First
weekend
and
to
third,
which he was entitled, with the exception of one, is that correct?
he's supposed to be getting first and third, he has been getting first and third until
Okay,
December 4th.
all right, that's fine. So I don't need to worry about, I mean, this court established a pattern of visits, and so he's had a pattern of visits. The child is school age. I presume the child is out of school from the 18th of December until January 4th, right? Okay. Let's see.
We would ask, Your Honor, that the plaintiff be the person who picks up the child.
Why?
Well, because he's not in town. It's a de facto award of custody to
No,
the
it's
grandma.
not. No, it's not. She's a taxi cab, right? She's taking the child to
Right.
Dad? Yeah, okay. Look, I'd be interested in knowing whether there was any concerns related to safety, but having an agent is something that's normal. Dad's custodial time is essentially been temporarily on these alternate weekends. The child is out of school from the 18th until the 4th of January. The school break will be defined by the parties or by the court and will be different than the weekend time. Once we get into January, for January and February until this matter is heard, you'll continue to have the the 2 weekends. Dad will have December 26th at noon until January 2nd at noon, which will be a 7-day block of time. I appreciate that he would like to have Christmas Eve or Christmas, but this year we're not going to do it that way. And the court will take that into consideration and make sure that you have an alternate right. So you would have an expectation that if we did alternate that holiday, then in 2016 and even years, I would make sure that you got that right, okay? Ma'am, you'll have the child from the time school is out for the week before Christmas. You'll be able to celebrate Christmas with the child at noon on Saturday. I like Saturday transportation because on the road between California and Nevada, it's less busy than Fridays or Sundays. You can use your mom to help pick up the child and facilitate the transfer to let her, I'm okay with you using an agent as long as mom knows. And you need to make sure that the child is returned at noon on the following Saturday, okay? I need to move on, but that will be a temporary ad hoc order, and Mr. Balabon, if you and Mr. Root want to expedite that order, you can submit it to me and I'll sign it before the holiday, just so that there's no hard feelings, okay?
And so for the record, 12:25 at noon?
No, 12/26,
Oh,
we're not
12/26.
exchanging the child on Christmas. Saturday the 26th until January 2nd the 26th. we don't want to have that type of travel on the holiday day. That's the thought process. Plus, Saturday is a safer day to travel on the road that needs to go on, and so it's Saturday to Saturday. We substitute the 1 week block, which is almost half. I think it's like a 15 or 16 day school break. So you get half of the chunk in the middle. Okay?
Yes,
All right. Thank you very much.
ma'am.
Your Honor, may I address one more issue?
What is it?
Attorney fees. This is, I have extensive discovery to respond. The income disparity in this case
The
is
attorney fees
gigantic.
on a Chapter 126 case are generally addressed at the end of the case, not pendente lite, okay? These guys were not married. They have a provision of the custody statute that allows the courts to consider an award of fees.
Yes.
But it's usually done after we determine who prevails on the merits of the case. I understand your dilemma, but there isn't, I mean, the issue of fees is properly deferred in the case.
All right.
I mean, I have folks who can't even get counsel in custody cases that are before me. I want her to have counsel, but you're just gonna have to wait.
Okay, Your Honor.
All right,
Thank you.
thank you.
President Miller will be next, Your Honor.
Merry Christmas, Your Honor, but
Yes,
it's
you
something
too.
that I still want.